Oh, Les, you don't tell us to do long-range planning. You don't tell us to do road mapping, or do you? It's a funny one. Who is responsible for planning in a LeSS environment? Now, there's a common misunderstanding, and this is something that I think maybe we've moved past as a community, but I'm sure someone's still having a conversation about it. Agile, we don't do planning in Agile, etc. But a lot of people use Scrum. And in Scrum, we're planning all the time. Whether we're planning a sprint, whether we're planning what we're going to do that day, whether we're planning the next improvement we're going to make. There's a whole heap of planning that happens in Scrum. We just do it little by little, and I think that's brilliant. When we begin to look at large-scale Scrum and then we get to questions saying, what do we do about the longer range planning? Do we have a project manager who does that? Is it the product owner? In my experience, what I find is that when you're looking at particularly LeSS huge and you're on this incremental evolutionary journey of using it more and more and making it broader and broader, first and foremost, the product owner needs to understand the plan. The product owner needs to have some kind of strategy to achieve a goal. And that takes the form of a roadmap at some level. I think that's really necessary. So the product owner should own that element of planning. They don't do it on their own. They need to understand the market. They need to work with area product owners. Or even if you've got people in your organisation who have project management roles, because you're on this journey, right? You're not just going to flip straight to something new. We're on this journey. It's incremental, evolutionary. We still got some project managers around. Then get the project managers involved in that planning too. They can be critical. They've got such a great understanding and they know what people used to expect. And so they can help you charter this very difficult journey as to changing people's expectations. And I think that from a LeSS perspective and a LeSS huge perspective, having a brilliant product owner team, which is your product owner and area product owners and LeSS huge, understanding how you can augment that team, because in your context that's not going to be insufficient. So how do you bring in maybe some project management expertise to not do project management, but to have them exploit their skills in different ways? Leave the team to plan out the sprint by sprint stuff. Let the team understand the tactics, work from the backlog. But from a product ownership perspective, you have to own that strategy and you have to own that broader planning, however far into the distance you want to go, given your context. Now, it's always a good idea to not plan too much in too much detail, but start in detail up to a point, and then as it goes into the future, it gets a bit vaguer. But product owners, you've got to own this. That strategy, that plan, that pathway is yours. That's your roadmap. That's the way to achieving product greatness. If you need support, and you probably will do, then get the support from whomever that may be, old project managers, PMO if they're still around, whoever it may be. Build the right relationships, set the right expectations, because it's your product, it's your plan, it's the return on investment which you need to get. Your job is to maximize that value. And having no strategy and plan for where you're going to be here and there along the way just isn't going to cut the mustard. If you have any other ideas about things you'd like me to talk about, then please get in touch with me via Twitter, LinkedIn, or head to the Sheev website, www.sheev.co.uk. Book some time with me and tell me what you'd like me to talk about. I look forward to hearing from you soon.